My hair is doing a thing. Denied! Well, that suddenly took a turn. Hi, I'm Sack Marionette, doing business as bargain counter argument, and I'm a middle-aged lady in a tiara talking about books. Well, you might be able to guess what this video is about based on the title, because there was a library fail. Yes, a couple of weeks ago, week or so, I don't know, time means nothing to me these days. I had a situation where I finished all my library books. I had 0 checkouts from the library, and I was like, now I can concentrate on the books that I own, which I did to an extent. Brief pause while I got the books. I actually read this entire YA trilogy, which is Plagueland by Alex Scarrow, and Plagueland Reborn, and Plagueland No Escape, which I believe in some jurisdictions has a different title, but it's the complete trilogy. I read it. I enjoyed it. It is an apocalyptic, there is a plague, and it's body horror. The plague is not like a polite cough and croak kind of situation. It's not flu-like. It's Ebola Max, they call it, or it's pretty gross. So if you don't like body horror, don't read these books. But I had a good time with them. So I read them all, and I'm actually going to hang on to these. Some books will go, sometimes I'll deaccession books after I read them, but I think I'm probably going to want to reread these again at some point. So yeah, I liked it. Let's see. So I did that, and I was reading some other stuff, and just chilling and reading books that I own, and just, working my way through that inventory. And then my car. Well, my car, I think I talked about this in a previous vlog where my car was making this clacking noise, and I thought I had fixed it, but I hadn't. So I took it into the shop, and they took care of that for me and a couple of other things, and it was kind of expensive, and it took a while. I dropped it off on a Thursday morning, and I picked it up just before they closed on Friday afternoon. And so when I dropped it off, and my mom picked me up, and she had to go to the library, and that's where my library fail comes in. Instead of staying in the car like a sensible person and just waiting for her to get what she wanted, I did some browsing. And this is all new books, and I ended up picking up some stuff, mostly because I was afraid I'd forget all about it if I didn't. So now I need to kind of go through it and talk about what I picked up and whether or not I think I'm actually going to read it, or whether some of these can go back to the library unread. Again, these are all new releases, so let's see what we have. I'm going to talk about I'll talk about the romance last. So, let's see. Okay, which is most of the video. I got Crescendo by Jane Healey, a sultry novel about sibling rivalry and romantic obsession in 1950s Paris for readers of Taylor Jenkins Reid and Kristen Hanna. Well, at least it's not for fans of Bridgerton. My hair is doing a thing. I just got out of the shower because I did some errands this morning. Now that I have my car back, and then I had to take a cooling shower afterwards. Max Kitson is a world-renowned pianist, and his twin sister Natasha is his manager and minder. But when at age 20, the former prodigy begins making uncharacteristic mistakes, he abruptly cancels his latest world tour. Without consulting Natasha, Max arranges to stay in the home of an enigmatic French patron, never realizing that Henri has been his sister's lover. Woohoo! Woo-woo! Over the course of one summer, Natasha's long-simmering resentments and Max's deep insecurities drive the siblings apart as each vie for Henri's attractions. Ooh, cabaret. But neither twin can have their host entirely to themselves, because while during the day Henri woos Natasha with lavish gifts and trips to the ballet, it's Max's music that draws Henri from bed each night. Ooh. Gorgeous and gripping, Crescendo is an unforgettable escape with the pacing of a thriller and the depths of a family saga. There's another book called Crescendo that I really liked. It's by Charlotte Lamb. It was a Harlequin Presents from the late 70s, early 80s. It was like there was amnesia and all kinds of fun stuff. I really liked that book. I wonder if I still have it somewhere. Anywho, let's see. It is 310 pages long, so it's short, and the font, it kind of looks like this. A lot of dialogue means an even shorter read than 310 pages would suggest. So that was fiction. Also fiction, the Book of Luke by Lavelle Holder. This is a book, it's for fans of Survivor and less, Never even heard of Less. This fast-paced debut novel shines an unflinching light on the drama of reality TV when a gay man returns to the chaotic show he won in his youth after his adult life begins to unravel. Following the car accident that ended his football career and left his body scarred, 22-year-old Luke Griffin joins the cast of Endeavor, a new competition-based reality show that pits the tabloid's darlings against one another in tasks of endurance and problem-solving. At first, he thrives, effortlessly forming friendships and even a romantic relationship that he thinks will last a lifetime. But Luke has aspirations far bigger than the show's $1 million prize, and soon a series of betrayals leads to irreversible tragedy, changing the course of his and his fellow contestants' lives forever. 10 years later, his world looks very different. He's now a father of 2 and a stay-at-home husband to America's only openly gay senator. When his husband's serial cheating is exposed, Luke impulsively joins the cast of Endeavor's latest season in a desperate bid to earn some fast cash. So he's confronted with the past when he does that. This is a book that I applied for on NetGalley so that I could read the ARC, and I was denied. So I'm happy to have a chance to read it now that it's been published. So looking forward to that. So far, I'm pretty happy about these selections. Then I have The Language of Liars by S.L. Huang. Yoo-hoo. Look, you can see the reflection of my phone. Now you can see the reflection from my window. Boy, you could just... Oh, there we go. Nope. Just see my whole house from here. Okay, so this is a short one. This is a brilliant little book that packs an emotional punch, is the blurb by Rebecca Roanhorse, who wrote Black Sun. I don't think I read that, maybe. And it is 155 pages long. In his training as a spy, Ro was warned, "You will always be living a lie." Jumping into a Star Eater's mind requires a moment of perfect psychic alignment. Ro has studied all his life for it, admiring, respecting, almost worshipping their kind. This is giving me shades of Babylon 5. The only species physiologically capable of mining the element that powers light-year-spanning travel. The species all others hunger to understand, yet who have shared almost nothing of themselves. And now, as Ro's own dwindling civilization withers and starves, it needs the Star Eater's secrets more than ever. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that looks pretty good. This is... Now we're moving into the romances. Woohoo! This is a historical romance by Catherine Coulter, The Heir of Whitestone, and I thought it was a reissue, but it's copyright 2026. Let's see what's going on here. England, 1842. Alex Ivanov is a brilliant young innovator designing cutting-edge train engines. Ooh, trains. But Alex isn't really Alex Ivanov. As a boy, he was pulled from the Thames, presumed drowned with no memory of who he was. How was he presumed drowned if they knew? I don't know. We'll find out. Alex has built a new life, but his past is catching up with him. Ooh. When fate throws Lady Camilla Roman into Alex's path, their connection is undeniable. But as their whirlwind romance turns into marriage, danger follows. On their honeymoon, a series of deadly attacks make one thing clear: someone wants Alex dead. As they race to uncover the truth, long-buried secrets come to light, leading them to a shocking revelation that will change everything. Oh boy, that sounds really cool. So that's like a romantic suspense historical. So yes, I am on board with this. Catherine Coulter is frequently nutso. Well, actually, I know her older stuff is. I've read some of it, and it's pretty cool. A little bit of an interruption there while I dealt with some storage issues with my phone. So now I'm back. And The Missed Connection by Tia Williams. She, of course, wrote 7 Days in June, which I very much enjoyed. And it says, New York Times bestselling author Tia Williams returns with an intensely romantic, deliciously sexy tale about a woman searching for her handsome seatmate from a European flight and the unexpected places her hunt for love leads her. Sasha Cruz knows types. As a booked and busy casting agent, she's always casting. At happy hour, the grocery store, everywhere. That sounds like so much fun. She's all about finding the perfect... She's all about finding the perfect person to slot into the perfect role. What she doesn't do, however, are relationships. Too much energy, not enough time. On a flight to Paris for work, a chance encounter with her type changes everything. Sasha's seated next to a broodingly attractive mystery man, and sparks fly. But they never exchange contact information. Convinced she's lost out on her soulmate, Sasha emails her work friend for help, but accidentally writes to the entire company worldwide. The international manhunt to find Seat F begins. Wasn't this a story a couple of years ago where this woman like was trying to find this guy? She went viral trying to find this guy, and it was like it kind of turned out to be really problematic. Like this guy didn't necessarily want to go out with her or whatever. I don't remember exactly, but it looks like it's ripped from the headlines. Meanwhile, Sasha takes matters into her own hands. She hires a smoldering detective she knew in another lifetime, who complicates matters in unforeseen and irresistible ways. Ooh. With a worldwide search underway, will love take flight for Sasha? Okay, that sounds like she kind of formed a bit of an unhealthy fixation on her seatmate, but, you know, maybe she'll have a real connection with the detective whom apparently she knew in the past. Looking forward to that. So far, no rejects. And I have 3 more books, all contemporary romances. The Great Outdoors by Akela Olson, author of The Lodge. I don't think I've read anything by her. What else has she written? The Lodge, The Reunion, The Splintered Silence, The Sandcastle Empire. Those are great titles, but I don't think I've read any of them. Sadie Whitlock has always been praised for being the most prepared person in the room, the one who's thought of everything and every backup plan. So when her laid-back boyfriend breaks up with her for being too high maintenance, I bet you're no praise yourself either, Sadie is eager to prove him wrong and signs herself up for a weeks-long guided wilderness adventure in the high Sierras of California. Camping, hiking, rappelling, abseiling, and kayaking. It's the most miserable, uncomfortable situation she can think of. Me too, Sadie, me too. Sadie is a 5-star resort girl at heart, but she has a compelling and suspiciously attractive tour guide, August Thorne. Thorne lives for adventure and always keeps a professional distance from the truckers under his care. That's a good idea. Well done, Thorne. But there's just something about Sadie. Ooh, she's not like other girls. And she's not like other trekkers in that she's not really a trekker. Nice. And for the first time, he finds himself wanting to get closer. Ooh. As they explore the wilderness together, Sadie realizes the great outdoors might truly be great with just the right person. So he's torn between professionalism and this lady. They're no faces. Look at them. They don't have faces. I like a girl with no face. I like a guy with no face but a little bit of beard. Okay, and then finally, by Lauren Oakey, Trope Sick. Of course I couldn't resist. We have Crossed Out, Forced Proximity, Grumpy Sunshine, Brother's Best Friend, Girl Next Door. Is that crossed off because, like in a done, and done way, or in a this is not what this book is kind of way? Well, let's find out. Katie Caruso is a completely normal 25-year-old girl. At least for the past 8 years, she's tried to be. She's tried to be 25 years old for the last 8 years. She's a Highlander. She likes glitter and sequins and flirting with cute boys at New York City bars. I hope she hasn't been doing that for 8 years if she's only 25. She's a ghostwriter for Meredith Bradford, the best-selling romance novelist of all time. But then Tyler McNally walks back into Katie's life, and that bedazzled facade crumbles at her platform-sneakered feet. There were too many words in that sentence that I couldn't figure out. I mean, I know what these words mean individually. It's just taken together as a sentence. I'm not sure. Katie and Tyler haven't seen or spoken to each other since the overdose death of Katie's older brother. Oh, good golly! Well, that suddenly took a turn. A standout MLB pitching prospect. Tyler was her brother's best friend. Oh, okay. So, yeah, brother's best friend. And Katie naturally was the girl next door. Haha, girl next door. But now Tyler is a sleeve-tattooed, Ivy League-educated, aspiring literary fiction novelist, 9 years sober. And Katie's writing partner for the summer. Forced proximity. As genre conventions require, Katie and Tyler soon find themselves removed from Manhattan and instead writing their love story in forced proximity at Meredith's isolated Southampton home. As the summer unfolds, the tropes Katie and Tyler have written into their novel begin to play out in their own lives. Ooh, life imitates art, imitates life, imitates art. Call it destiny, fate, or magic itself. It's clear their love story isn't finished. This time, though, they'll work through the pain that tore them apart and fight for their happy ending. So it does not mention second chance, but second chance. And one more book, and I grabbed this kind of, it was at the Impulse checkouts. It's a Harlequin Special Edition, Their Campfire Romance. She is very attracted to this guy who is new and who will be on the new shelf until November of this year. Oh, new 1126, you're so handsome. Oh, but I do have my eye on new December 26, or even January 27. Okay, an ending worthy of his books, and one she could only dream of. Kenzie Pelletier's entire life centers around the family restaurant she runs with her widowed father. So her banter with writer Danny Kowalski, one of the brothers who've teamed up to buy Birch Book Campground, just friendly conversation with an author who moonlights at the campground every now and then. Still, Kenzie's got a way of untangling the complexities of Danny's tangled plots that compels him to search her out. And as sparks burn between them, Danny soon realizes that Kenzie's more than a creative partner. But Danny's entrenched in his own life hours away, a life that can't accommodate the deeply rooted Kenzie. Or can it? Apparently this is part of a series called The Kowalskis. Stella! Oh, the Kowalski series is pretty lengthy. Okay, so those are the books I checked out, and I don't see any that I am not interested in reading after all. So, yeah, so we have, this is great. We actually have 2 camping type things and 2 books about writers in the romances. So, yeah, gosh, I was kind of hoping that I'd read one of them and be like, yeah, this isn't for me after all, but it looks like I have more library books to read. What a pity. What a shame. What an epic fail on my part. And an epic success on the library's part. Because they, yeah, I went in and I used it the way I was supposed to. Those are some good reads, I think. And certainly some of these seem to be pretty summer coded. So I'm excited about that, especially since I'm recording this on the solstice. And yeah. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm not the boss of you. I'm not even the boss of my library checkouts. And I hope you have a good day or night.